Good evening, folks, and welcome to After the Whistle. I'm Brian Moore.
Coach Tester.
Coach Krieger.
Episode 2.5 in the books here this evening. Gentlemen, how was your weekend?
It was good. I got to watch the Reds win on Saturday.
That wasn't no good weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Like watching that paint dry.
Whatever.
Baseball.
Had some upsets in high school football when I got back home.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of upsets to talk about. We've got a ton of them.
And I heard a couple Bears got lucky this weekend.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of bear in Buchanan County, but evidently they've been wandered all the way over into Tazewell County.
Yeah.
And even into parts of what we call Bluefield this past week.
And I ain't going to mention nothing, guys, but the cake got eaten.
Cake got eaten. I thought you'd bring a big old piece of cake with you.
Well, I did, but I fell kind of on that cake and hurt myself.
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, Coach Krieger is on the IR, but he's still game enough to be here.
I made
so
it.
that tells you the kind of player he is. He's on the IR right now, and but he's still game enough to be here. So that says a whole lot. All right, let's see where we're at here. All right, let's mention our sponsors before we get started. We'd like to thank CarQuest Auto Parts, Hurley Pharmacy, Economy Drug, Wooden Horse Grill, Grundy Auto Sales, Buchanan Therapy Services, and Buchanan General Hospital for sponsoring the program. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know that you heard us mention them here on the show. We greatly appreciate it. All right, well, gentlemen, let's start with last week's recap. We'll take a look at last week's games, and we might as well start with
Well, we're going to go game right here. We got at the bottom here, east side at Chilhowie. Right here it says Chilhowie 62, east side 28. About what we expected.
About what I expected.
A lot of points scored in that one.
A lot of points.
That surprised me.
Most of East Ridge.
That's 90 points, I think.
Unless that
It's
coming out
pretty
of
good
the
ad
fourth
there.
quarter.
Yeah, it's almost at 91. East Ridge, most of their points came in the second half.
That's
Chilhowie-
east side.
East side, excuse me.
East Ridge ain't scored
East
that
Ridge-
many points in 2 years.
East side, East Ridge, what's it matter?
About 40 points worth.
All right. Most of their points come in the second half. Chilhowie had it on cruise control from the beginning. So they're back in the win column big after that loss against Narrows. All right, what do we got next?
We have John I. Burton at Twin Springs, and that is Burton 41, Twin Springs 0.
Was that expected?
Yes.
That was expected.
That was
All of us got both of those games
That was
correct.
expected.
That's first loss of the year for Twin Springs. So I mean, they got off to a good start. But then they ran into Burton, who she improves to 2-2. Still one of the best teams in 1A, despite that 2-2 record.
All right, next game, Gate City at Ridgeview, and kind of shocking to me, guys. 42-7. I know it don't shock some people, but I thought Gate City with the big fullback would control the ball, but didn't look like that happened.
It was all Ridgeview from everything that I gathered there.
And Atkins Knight took over.
Big
In the
time.
fourth quarter.
Well, I don't think it was so much the Atkins night as it was the supporting cast this time around. I mean, Atkins got
They
his.
spread it around.
Yeah, he got his, but the rest, he had a lot of contributing players that really took a little bit of a load off of him. And you know,
Yeah, he
as well
still
as I
had
do.
230 this game.
Yeah, I mean, he really basically held him to nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
He shut him down. But for the most part, he was no doubt the focal point of Gate City going into the game, and the other guys stepped up. And you keep saying that somebody else is going to have to step up.
Going to have to win the big game. All right, we got Virginia High at Y Central, and this one got us off guard. This one's a little close. The entire game, Coach Tester, you were there with a
We did,
bird's
man.
eye view.
We got down 21-7. I think it was 14-7 at halftime, 21-7 in the third quarter, and Virginia High, man, has some speed. They're pretty good for an 0-3 team, you know. And we went in there and they got a couple backs that can fly, got loose, and got on us quick. So our boys had to show some gut check time. You know, they had to show some character and claw their way back in it, and end up getting it done.
Well, either way, you win the game with some injuries you have there going. Anytime you can win at this point, and
Right.
it's big.
And we had probably two of our best players out. So
Yeah, I know.
that was a big
And
deal
that's
for
still.
us.
Crabtree, 244 yards rushing, 19 carries. Is pretty impressive performance as well for him. Virginia High, a little bit unconventional, old school offense. We talked about the wing T, but
They give us problems in the first half with the low spinner wing T, and we had trouble finding the ball. But second half, we made some adjustments, went to a little different front, and got some pressure on them. We got them for some losses in the backfield, put them behind the sticks a little bit, and made it a little harder for them.
so evidently Virginia High is improving as a team, considering their earlier
I think
performances.
they're a really, really good home 3 team.
No, you can't be it. It's like Pittsburgh and the Bengals. Yeah, they're good. Well, when you're 0-3, you're 0-3.
Well, they're 0-4 now.
0-4, that's right. Next game, we got Rye Cove at Thomas Walker. Rye Cove at Thomas Walker.
54-12, wasn't it?
Is that what it was? 54 Tommy Walker, 12 Rye Cove. Big game for Thomas Walker. Is the running back back for Rye Cove? One of them. I know one of them's been
One of
out.
them's out. I don't know if he's back or not. He had a knee problem earlier.
Yeah.
Good possibility. Rykov only had 179 yards total offense for the night. One of their touchdowns, I think, came up on a scooped up fumble. So they struggled quite a bit offensively. Not as much as another team we'll talk about in just a little bit, but Rykov, Thomas Walker, is interesting. For the first time since 1996, they're 3-0 over there, and that's an old running boy.
Yeah.
Coaching over there. So congrats to
Nick
Johnson doing a good job.
over there, doing a good job. And last year they were a sleeper team and did really well in the regular season. Struggled when they got in the playoffs.
I think they run into the big wave in the first round.
But at the same time,
They got there.
they're getting there, and it looks like they're on their way to doing it again.
Yeah. Next game, Twin Valley at Northwood. And guys, to be honest, when I seen this score, I was kind of shocked. 0 points, 18-0, and 0 points, and I think 62 yards of offense.
62 yards total offense for Twin Valley. Northwood's defense played really well. Twin Valley, my understanding, did not have multiple first downs until like the fourth period. So they were very well scouted. Twin Valley's offense continues to struggle. Northwood got a little insurance touchdown there at the end of the game. For the most part, the game was 12-0.
Well, that, and Northwood, and just like Twin Valley, that's one they circled on their
Oh yeah.
schedule. Because, I mean, when you're small school, you've got a few that you circle on there that got to happen. Got to happen.
What's first win for
I
Coach
circled
Johnson?
all, man.
Coach Johnson sits.
I circled them all. I didn't circle 1 or 2.
First win for Coach Johnson as the head coach in Northwood, and interestingly enough, I think it was 12 years ago that he got his first win at Patrick Henry, and it was against Northwood.
Against Northwood.
Yeah, so he got a big win there. Congratulations to Coach Johnson.
Next game, we have Grundy at East Ridge, and like I said, guys, they said I think the starters played 2 quarters, and that was it. And it was 46-0. I think 48-0.
And there was nothing the officials could do to get it any closer.
And shout out to Connor Sneed with a 2-point conversion catch. First catch of his career, I think.
Awesome.
And that's congratulations, Connor.
Grundy 34-0 lead at halftime, had things under control. No problem. The reason I mentioned that a minute ago was you know as well as I do, how many times you went down there, you probably had good enough teams take care of them. But it is what it is. And, a few years ago we were down there line up in trips, and officials come over and tell us it's an illegal formation.
Remember that.
Got 2 guys off the ball, and he's saying the outside guy has the inside guy covered up. When you're dealing with stuff like that, your back's against the wall. I tell you what, and Hurley got a dose of that this past weekend. We'll talk about it a little bit later on.
All right, we'll talk about it now. Hurley at Riverview, and guys, big shocker to me, big shocker. And I understand that they had a couple touchdowns called back, couple calls out, but I still thought Hurley had the manpower to overcome it.
Well, early when we saw Ridgeview in the scrimmage earlier, they looked good.
Riverview.
Riverview. God almighty. It's been a long day, too many
Long day,
antibiotics. Look, we're drinking help. That's all I got left. But they look good, but they haven't been playing that well. And Grundy held them in check, and I never would have thought, having seen them, that Grundy would have beaten them. And I definitely didn't think Hurley would lose to them, and then turn around. And it was a Saturday game, you know.
They played it up perfect for their homecoming, playing on a Saturday at 6.
They
And
invited-
people's not used to that.
They invited a lot of players back from the past, and had just a big celebration with the new field and everything.
And again, guys, Hurley racks up 300 some yards of offense, I think, wasn't it?
It was close to that, yeah. Any given day, boys, it can happen.
Well, you know, and as a coach, you sit there and say, well, we should have put ourselves in a position, you know, to let a call decide the game. But
it's hard
I
when
will
you go
say
in
everybody in the
there.
stadium looks, and the ball's that short on 4th and goal, and the entire Hurley defense celebrates, knowing that the game's over, and the official turns around and calls it first down. I mean, but it's the reality.
But, you know, I sat here and told you all earlier, Hurley couldn't let that game go into overtime, because if they did, they would not get out of there with it, and that's kind of what happened. But you got to give Ridgeview credit
Absolutely.
too. I thought they
Say
played.
the fullback played real good.
I thought Riverview. I thought they played well. I thought Riverview
See,
played
he didn't
well.
correct him, you only correct
I didn't hear it.
Thought
I
they
didn't know what
played
you said.
physical. But anyway, give hats off to those guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they're kids. They got big, good-looking kids over there.
3 overtimes.
Boys, you almost have Ridgeview at number 1 this week.
We'll see.
We'll see.
What else we got?
All right, boys, and got 2 more games. One of them games is Abingdon at the Big R, and the cake got eat.
I bet he was washing himself in the mirror.
Let them eat. The Big R is back. They might move to number 1 with Graham losing on my list.
It's on your list. It is highly probable. It's a big R. So you get you a big old piece of that cake.
I was going to, but I already ate it for. They sent me a piece and thanked me for all the support.
Yeah, I'd say you got more than cake. All right, yeah, that's a big win for Richlands. Abingdon made a game out of it. Richlands was able to pull it off. Coach Mance, congratulations. I think
200th win. Is that good?
23 years ago, I think he started on this journey. And so congratulations, Coach Mance, on win number 200.
All right, and boys, last but not least, the biggest upstate in upstate.
Upstate.
Y'all got me tore all to pieces. The biggest upset in the state of Virginia last night goes to the Cubby Bears. The Union Bears beat Graham 37 to 35, I think.
The Bears.
The Bears. And you know, that might have been good enough for me to put Union in number 5.
Yeah.
They might have broke the top 5 this week because of that win.
You would be as stupid.
That win.
21
they got to prove a little more to me. All they beat is Richlands and Graham.
That's all they beat.
That's it.
Yeah. They got to beat somebody first.
Mm-hmm.
This game was instant classic. It reminds you of a couple of big games Richlands had with Union a few years ago. Going back and forth, early deficit. Union falls behind 10-0 first quarter. Graham comes back, scores 13 points in the second quarter, 13-10 at half. Union comes out, 27-10 lead. Graham's in the hole. Graham comes back, takes the lead.
All right, we got it.
You get it? I mean,
Yeah, we got what you mean.
Yeah, all right.
We got what you mean. And Union wins.
And Union wins. Kobe Christ hit a 21-yard field goal, 5.4.
And if I'm not mistaken, when I seen that video, it was head on. It was boot kicking, looked like.
They said Graham had trouble tackling that big back. What's his name?
43. That's what I was told. Number 43 was
4 yards.
Mason Pollier.
Pollier. They said he was a load on offense and defense, and we'll talk more about him here in a minute. Congratulations, Coach Turner and Coach Bostic. Probably going to put you at number 5 this week.
All right, is that all we got?
That's it.
All right, that's all we got for our weekly recap. Up next, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back right after these messages. All right, welcome back. Thanks to CarQuest Auto Parts. At this time each week, we have our CarQuest Auto Parts Performance of the Week. And this week, CarQuest Auto Parts Performance is none other than Mason Pollier of Union. 33 carries, 204 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick six, and several tackles on the defensive side. So congratulations to Mason Pollier from Union for being our CarQuest Auto Parts Performance of the Week.
And it's a good time to beat one. Beat a team that hadn't lost, since 2017?
Been a while. Well, I think Graham's only lost to 3 teams.
No, they lost Bluefield.
Bluefield,
My bad,
yeah.
since the Bluefield game.
Since then. They've lost to Bluefield, Richlands, and Union. And those are the only 3 teams they've lost to in the last couple
Probably 10 years.
Been a while. I don't know about that. All right.
We beat Graham back in 95.
All right, now it's time.
want to know that.
Well, don't Tom throw that ball.
All right, it's time for our Big Talk segment. Big Talk segment brought to you by Wooden Horse Grill over in Hurley, Virginia. Real quick on our Big Talk, we don't have a whole lot of news today, but we are going to give our 2 cents on train horns. That's right, folks. We're going to be talking about train horns here.
Are they illegal?
What do you think about them? What's your I don't care what the rules are. Tell me what
I
you
don't
think
care.
about
You can. I would let
train
them.
horns.
I think they had a train horn in Mitchell Stadium that got confiscated.
It's a big word. Confiscated.
But you know what, boys? It's football. If you want to bring in horns and whoopee cushions or whatever you want to bring in, buddy, bring it.
Well, I know when you was in school, when I was in school, we had
Siren.
Kenny Perkins brought the siren. He had it on a dolly.
And then
bring
pull
it in,
it
had
up there in a
batteries, and they turn it up and crank that thing
It's
up.
not politically correct.
It may not be politically correct, but
That's the problem.
at the time, I know they still did it. They still used one up at Sharando, and may still be using it. I'm not sure.
Boys, let them use
Up
it.
there.
Is that why Graham lost?
No, I'm just saying. I think I'm cool with it. I don't have a problem with people doing. Noisemakers, cowbells.
But if anybody knows the real rule on that, put it on our Facebook.
Yeah, we'd like to know what the rule is.
We've heard 2 or 3 different things.
I mean, there's plenty of armchair quarterbacks out there that tell us what the rule is. We want to know what the rule is. All right, so we give us.
We used to have fans with megaphones sitting in the bleachers talking.
Yeah, they tell me get off the field.
They'd always give Krieger a hard
Yeah,
time.
always.
And I have a problem with them maybe blowing whistles or something like that because they can be distracted. Why? I don't think you should be able to blow a whistle. But that's just my 2 cents on that. All right, we're going to look at the power ratings right now for 1C and 1D. Power ratings right now, Region C, Narrows is number 1 with a 20.0 power rating. Galax is number 2 with 19.5. George Wythe coming in at number 3 with 18.25. Auburn, number 4 with a 16.5. And Covington at number 5 with 15.0. Over in Region D, we've got Holston coming in. That's right, folks. Holston 3-0 at 18.67. We've got Grundy at 18 even, and they're 4-0. And we've got Patrick Henry at 18. So right now, Holston is actually ratings-wise has more points.
Wow.
Thomas Walker 3-0. They are at 18 as well. So we got 3 teams: Grundy, Patrick Henry, and Thomas Walker, all 3 tied for the 2nd spot. And then number 5, we got Chill Howley with 16 points at 3-1. So that's the current 1C and 1D. And then the 2D, real quick, we'll hit this. On 2D, right now 22.5 points. Ridgeview is at number 1. Union with 21 points is at number 2. Central Wise is at number 3 with 16 points. And the Tazewell Bulldogs, your Tazewell Bulldogs, are at number 4 with 15.3.
Well, did they count their win this week against Open?
And check this out. Graham is at 14.5.
Boy,
And
Graham
yes,
and Richlands is 5 and 6.
in the ratings, I don't go to 6. You just want to go to 6 because Richlands is
I
number
know.
6.
I got to mention them.
We're just going to stop at number 5. Right now, Tazewell is point-wise higher than Graham.
Yeah. We'll see how it
Yeah.
plays out.
Yeah.
Oh, we already did.
That's why you play the games, folks. There's a perfect reason why you play the game.
Play
All right.
to win the game.
All right, anything else you guys got? All right, that's all we got for Big Talk segment. We'll be back right after these messages with our BELLACINO'S Player of the Week.
That was a good one. Bring everything.
All right, each week at this time, we recognize our BELLACINO'S Player of the Week, naturally brought to you by BELLACINO'S. You forgot I didn't mention them at the beginning of the show.
You always learn, yeah.
BELLACINO, always leave him out here. Got signs everywhere.
Free pizza.
Free pizza and everything. I ought to remember that.
Hell's on.
Man feeds me. Anyhow, today's player, BELLACINO'S Player of the Week, comes from Grundy, and we're going to let you take it over, Coach.
All right, we had a couple of guys that is well worthy of the award this week. You know, had a couple kids over Hurley had good performances. A couple kids at Grundy, which Grundy's now 4-0. Seems to be spreading the ball around pretty good. But this guy's kind of been on our radar for a couple of weeks, and just his overall contribution to the team, offensively and defensively. Guy plays defensive tackle and tight end for the Golden Wave, and Grundy's been racking up offensive yardage here lately.
A lot of yards.
400 and
Lot of
some yards a
touchdowns.
game, a lot of touchdowns. This guy's a critical part of it, plays a major role inside, plays tight end. And on defense this past week, he had 7 tackles probably in 2 quarters.
Yep.
They only play 2 quarters. So, like I said, this guy's a big contributor for it, plays defensive tackle and tight end. And we're going to welcome Mr. Tanner Bishop onto the show.
Congratulations.
From Grundy High School.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man. Go. Have your seat. All right, man. You guys are off to a good start. You're on the road with 4-0 and just had a big win over East Ridge. Talk a little bit about that game this Friday.
I mean, went into the game thinking it was going to be a good, close game. Didn't expect it to be a blowout. So we had our head on straight, and the line done their part. The backs, they done a good part.
Just got off to a fast start.
Yeah.
Just got off. Like I said, I heard the scores over the radio, and Grundy jumped on pretty quick. I think it was 34-0 at halftime. And just talk a little bit about, y'all guys. You're sitting at 4-0 right now, and a lot of people didn't expect y'all to be there right now.
Proving a lot of people wrong. I'm happy about that, and I hope to go. 10-0. I'd love to go 10-0, but
Right.
One game at a time.
yeah.
But like Coach
1-0
Hester
each week.
said, you circle each game. When I said you circle some of the games, I mean, why can't you go 10-0? You can't go 10-0 unless you win the first one, and they've won the first 4.
That's right. You go 5-0 till you go 4-0. Okay?
Right.
Okay. Talk a little bit about, like, last year you guys had everything you needed as far as running the ball and stuff like that. You lose some really key players, especially in the backfield. And now you got 2 pretty darn good backs in the backfield. Expectations probably weren't as high. How do you regroup as a team thinking that, all right, we got a big shoes to fill? What was the attitude like in the off season? Now it's our time. Now it's, how did you all feeling about it?
I mean, we were scared going into the season.
Just
Thinking
put in
we
that
were gonna
work.
go nowhere. Put in a lot of work. Got a freshman running back stepped up this year. Our front 4 and defense has stepped up this year. I mean, we've got a lot of talent on our team.
And that's what you got to have. I mean, it's you're going into the unknown because now it's your time.
Yeah.
And it's you feel like you got a lot of big shoes to fill, and then you come up and so far you guys you're rolling. I did not think you would be 4-0.
I did.
I did.
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah.
I
I didn't
did.
think y'all would be 4-0.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did.
He said y'all be
Ask
over-
Coach
he said y'all
Visor
be
what I
0-4.
said. Ask Coach Visor what I said at the first of the year. I predict y'all be here at 4-0, and you all played like it. This was on doing what Ian's doing, and you all are blocking, playing well. Now, this week, probably get a little tougher. Is it Honeacre?
Honeacre.
And what do you think has to go right this week in preparation for Honaker?
I mean, we got to practice hard, condition wise, and Trevor guy, he's a beast.
He's
tough.
He's tough kid.
I heard their quarterback's out. They've got one right now that I heard his passing went too well, so I think we just got to focus on run game, stopping the run.
Definitely have to stop the run with Honaker.
Other question is, are you better than your daddy? Now, I've seen a lot of your daddy's games, and I've seen one of yours, so
I'll tell you
what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, big shoes to fill.
I tell you one thing though, he's got a good bloodline because his daddy's a state champion wrestler, and he's got some in-laws and uncles and stuff that's over in Hurley that was darn good football players too. So
it's in him.
It's in him.
It's in him.
One last thing for me, I know that with playing tight end in Grundy's offense, you're utilized more as a blocker.
Yeah. I've got 3 catches in 4 games.
All right, well, you're not going to throw the ball a lot. So that's actually pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Because no more than they're going to throw the ball. But when they do call your number, you get excited.
Yeah, really excited.
I'd say.
Well, I noticed you do a lot of slide motion stuff.
Motion, yeah.
And so usually when you're doing that slide motion, I know where that ball's going. Everybody knows where that ball's going, so that's a big
Been going to
compliment.
the same place for the past 20 years, ain't it?
So,
But they got to stop it, don't they?
Yeah. Ain't stopped it yet.
but anyway, man, hey, congratulations. You like I said, you've been a big contributor, catching the ball, blocking, been a beast on defense, and like I said, you've been on our radar for a while, and just happy for you, and keep it rolling, man. Congratulations. You guys got anything else?
I'm good, I think. What about you?
I'm good. Congratulations.
All right, we'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks to CarQuest Auto Parts. Each week at this time, we try to stump the CRIG.
Oh,
this week, we're getting ready to
Might
do
do
it
it.
one more time. Get ready to try to stump the CRIG.
Oh.
We have an envelope that has been hermetically sealed, placed in a bank vault for the last 7 days under an armed security guard, and was recently delivered by Brink's Armored Truck. And I now have the envelope with the question. You have not seen it. I have not read it. And let's take a look at the question and see what we've got. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. If milk goes bad when it is not refrigerated, then why does it not go bad inside the cow?
Well, it probably has something to do with them ninners they got hanging down off of their bellies. And it might keep it cool in there. Because them ninners that you go ninner, you ninner it and get the milk to come out. Like we did that back in the day at Papa's. You'd go up there and you'd push it. I mean, like this, and you'd milk it. And then it would come out. But I think that little ninner pouch, that white thing, or the udder, the pink udder, I think that's refrigerated.
Refrigerated.
I think that's the way it keeps cool in there.
Refrigerated.
Yeah. Now on the brown cows, I don't know about the chocolate milk. I don't know if that's cool or not in their ninners.
Well, so that's the reason that it don't spoil.
It don't spoil because the ninners are refrigerated.
Oh, okay. Ninners are refrigerated. Refrigerated, excuse me. Ninners are refrigerated. Oh, wait, look, there's another question. What about that? Why is it necessary to nail down the lid of a coffin? Why do you gotta nail it down?
I don't know. I do know.
Almost.
You nail it down so them animals don't get it and take you to somebody else's grave. Because them worms get in there and they open up them holes, and if you nail it down, it's hard to get in there. Beefy told me that because he's in with Undertaker
he's
and
in
stuff.
Undertaker
Yeah,
stuff.
so he told me about why it suctions in there, so the animals and the beetles, like Beetlejuice, he could get in there and take it somewhere else,
Beetlejuice
Where they
could.
gonna take it to?
to the other grave beside of it.
So that's the only reason.
The only reason it's nailed down.
Okay, it's the only reason. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to.
No, you wouldn't need to.
That's good enough sense for me. Once again, we have failed.
Thank you, Beefy.
Stump the CRIG. We don't have we didn't have an idea of the answer, but now we do. All right. We'll be back right after these messages. All right. Now it's time for our IGA, Dotson's IGA Top 5. Thanks to Dotson's IGA, located in Hurley, where they have a wide selection of meat trays, vegetable trays, fruit trays, anything that you need for your party or celebration, not to mention a wide selection of fruits and groceries. And of course, the best meat selection in town. That's Dotson's IGA, located in Hurley, Virginia. We appreciate you all sponsoring us.
And guys, you all know I say it every week. I mean, at IGA, you know, if you don't know, ask the wise football player. He knows. You can't beat IGA's meat. I'm telling you, it's the best meat out there. You can't beat their meat.
All right. All right, so we've got 90 seconds each to make our argument for our top 5. And who would like to go first this week?
I went first last week.
Okay, you went first last week.
I'll go.
All right, Coach Krieger.
All right, guys. In 1A, nothing changed. Yeah, it did. No, it did. I don't even remember what I picked last week, but I know NARS was number 1. NARS is number 1. PH at number 2. The Chiahai Warriors at number 3. I got the Mighty Wave at number 4. And the top 5 there is John I. Burton. I said, I know there's some teams in there that can be in there, but my 5 right there, I think those have a good chance of winning the region.
Good argument.
All right, and my 2A, guys. And, you know, I went out there and I told Coach Bostic and Coach Turner they're going to have to prove something to me to bump way up there in that top 5. So, at number 5, I got Union Bears. They made it to number 5.
They've earned it.
They earned that number 5. They played hard. They played hard. And I told them they needed to prove something to me. They went out and did it. So I put them at number 5. I think that's a good place for the Union Bears at number 5.
All right.
All right. Number 4, I got Y Central. I got Y Central at number 5. They still rolling pretty good. Got some injuries, but still winning, playing like they should. Hopefully they get some of them kids back and they can move up. Number 4, I got the Graham G Men.
Number 4.
Or number, what we at?
You get 3.
No.
Number 5.
Or number 3. Yeah, number 3. I got the Graham G Men. Sorry, boys. Still shocked about that game. But Graham at number 3. And at number 2, guys, I knew they would do it. Number 200 win, the Big R. Big R is back, baby. The cake has been eaten. The Big R is back at number 2. Thank you, guys. I knew you had it in you. And at number 1, Ridgeview Warriors. Ridgeview Warriors. And the Atkins Plan.
Warriors.
Or the Wolfpack. Boys, I'm telling you, man, I'm hurt. Listen, I've been to the doctor all day, had MRI. I'm telling you, I'm hurting. But
Your time's up.
Ridgeview, you all know.
Your time's up.
You all know.
All right, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That's minus 10,000 points.
But man's got his 200th, and
Worst argument I've ever heard in my life. All right, my next.
It don't matter.
Well, I'll go last.
All right.
Well, you know what? Yours is probably more dramatic than mine. I'll go last. You go last. Excuse me. 2A. I'll start in 2A. I'll work my way down. Number 5, I got Y Central. or Central Wise, if how you want to say it. Okay, I got Wise Central 5. Number 4, it's be a shocker. I've got the Tazewell Bulldogs at number 4.
Shocker.
Yes,
Tazewell
it
Bulldogs number 4. And boys, they slid at number 3. I got the Graham G-Men at number 3. That's bitter. I know it is, but I had to do what I did. Number 2.
That means the big R's at 2 for you.
Nope. Keep hanging on there. Number 2, I got the Ridgeview Wolfpack. And at number 1,
my goodness.
number 1, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, my
I'd like a
Lord.
t-shirt and maybe even a hat, please. I got the Union Bears, the Bears at number 1.
Over just beating Graham?
No, we're just beating Graham. That's exactly right.
And Reachlands?
In that Graham Ridgeview
And Sullivan
situation.
South?
Yep, that's what I got. I got them at number 1. In 1A, shaking things up a little bit. Number 5, I got the Hurley Rebels. Hurley Rebels coming in at 5. Yeah, they lost this week, but I still think they're a team to be contend with. I got the Grundy Golden Wave at number 4. Number 3, I got the Chilhowie Warriors. And number 2, I got the NARS Green Wave. And still sitting at number 1, I got the Patrick Henry Rebels and Malibu Mark. And I came in at 125, 5,000 points from
Is that 90 seconds?
Yeah.
No, that's
80
84.
85 seconds.
84.
So I get 5,000 bonus points. So I got PH and Union sitting at my 1. What do you got?
All right, my top 5 in 1A. Number 5, I got the Golden Wave coming in at number 5, 4-0, and they're still rolling. So got those guys coming in at number 5. Number 4 is the John I. Burton Raiders.
The Raiders.
Y'all didn't even have them in there, did you?
Nope.
Yeah,
Moore didn't.
I got Norton at number 5.
That's
I
not
think
good.
Grundy's playing a little better than they are right now.
Number 3, I got Malibu Mark Palmer's Patrick Henry Rebels at number 3. Could be a little shake up here a few weeks when they meet you out.
You're right.
So
You're building up to that.
I'm building
game.
up.
That's
to that.
right.
So number 2, the Chilhowie Warriors, and number 1, we always say it: to be the man, you got to beat the man. So I'm going with the Narrows Green Wave.
Green
I
Wave.
was getting ready to say Golden Wave.
NARS.
Top 5 in 2A. I'm going with the Central Wise Warriors at number 5, or the Wise Central
Or the
Warriors.
Wise Central Warriors.
Number 4, I'm going with Coach Krieger's Tazewell Bulldogs at number 4. Man, just a minute.
They're getting
Don't hate.
better. They're getting better.
Don't
They're getting
hate.
better.
Don't hate.
They're getting better.
And number 3, I got Tony Palmer's Graham G-Men falling to the 3rd spot in 2A. And number 2 goes to my old signal caller, Travis Turner. The Union Bears going at number 2.
Boys, y'all giving them too much credit right now.
I bet he run 111 and 911 the other night, or 144, 944. Nobody knows.
I
that.
bet he
Nobody
run,
knows that many.
I know one thing. He run 43 at them. I know that.
And I bet it was 144, 944, which is trap. But number 1, I got the Duck Dynasty crew from over there on Rose Ridge, the Ridgeview Wolfpack at number 1.
And it looks like Stonedale's on that Atkins plan.
Yeah, they do look like it.
Duck Dynasty on the Atkins plan.
That's right.
All right, so you heard that. A little bit of difference of opinion on our ones, but every one of us, I guess, have got some sort of.
Of course,
argument.
Union's playing good ball. They still got to prove a little more.
Well, they go
to
in.
me.
They go into Graham and beat them up there. They prove me.
Yeah.
That's
do not
enough.
need-
Bluefield did it.
Yeah, I guess they did. Yeah. All right, folks, we'll be back right after this. Our pigs are next.
What's our slack when you spring coaches in? I don't like that.
What?
All right, welcome back to
Don't
the
like
show.
bringing them?
Thanks to Buchanan General Hospital for sponsoring this segment of the program. Pigskin prognostications, gentlemen. Last week, all 3 of us Finished 7-3 overall. Presently, the leader is Coach Krieger over here with 28-12. I'm second place, 27-13. Coach Tester dragging behind, 26-14. So there's one game separating every one of us. We got some picks this week, and I think we'll probably see some things shake up a little bit come next week.
All right,
So here we go.
First game, guys, on the docket here. We got Gate City at Union Station this week.
Your way spit all over you.
Union Station, boys. Union Station's going to be pumped.
Yeah, I'd say they will.
Coming off a big win, but
It'll be a big letdown.
you can't have that letdown. That's why I didn't put them way up there. I wanted to see how they reacted after a big win like that, playing somebody like Gate City that, should be a pretty easy game on paper. But, boys,
Can't see it ain't gonna be no easy game.
on paper.
I'm going to take Union in this one. I think a big conference game, district game, and playing at home and coming off that big win, they're not going to settle. I think they're going to.
I'm taking Union in the fourth quarter.
You next or me?
Yeah, I got Union.
Oh, you done got it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bears myself. Go with the Union Bears.
Bears across the board.
All right, next game, guys, we got John Battle at Patrick Henry. John Battle looks like they're struggling, guys. This is going to be big time, big for PH.
I think
it
second
could be.
half is going to be a lot of seconds.
A lot of time's going to be running.
Yeah, Battle's struggling. PH is rolling right now, and I think that train to keep on rolling. I got Malibu Mark and PH Rebels.
I can agree with that. I think Malibu Mark's gonna come out there a winner, but I don't think it's gonna be easy to go in there and beat them. I don't think. I think they're gonna be in a ball game for the first half. In the second half, they're going to ease away. I'm gonna say 2 touchdowns.
I think got a rotator cuff problem.
Rotator
So
cut.
I'm going with
Say it again.
Rotator
Patrick
cuff
Henry.
problem. All right, so all boys cross the board
Cross the
again. I'm
board.
going to win again. Lee High School going to Rose Ridge, Dust Dynasty, Atkins Diet, selfie takers, all up in there, and it's going to be bad for the generals. Hurry, let's go, boys.
Oh God, it's gonna be bad for the genitals.
Enough said. Lehigh. No, go ahead.
Ridgeview.
Ridgeview, the Wolfpack.
I'm going with the Wolfpack too.
All right.
Keep an eye on those genitals out there, gentlemen.
All right, we got East Side at Lebanon.
And boys, that's gonna be a tough one to call, aren't you?
No, East Side.
Well,
But by 3 touchdowns
Where's it at?
at Lebanon.
I'm gonna give Eastside the edge because of who they have played. And I
That's
hope,
the only reason I did.
and I hope that they're not beat up because if they are, Lebanon may get it.
Lebanon could get them.
But I'm gonna go with Eastside.
You know, I wanted to go with East Side. Didn't want you.
Oh, boy, you play to win the game.
That's a tough one.
This
It
will
is
be a good
not
game.
tough.
I'm going with the Pioneers.
I knew he would. I
Get
knew
it
it.
up, baby.
I knew it. But like I said, good luck to both teams there. A big game for both. All right, we've got the Big R going to Mitchell Stadium to play Bluefield. And boys, they're rolling right now. He got his 200th win. He will not win Bluefield big. Sorry.
You said that with conviction. That was the conviction. I agree with Coach Krieger on this. Bluefield, I don't think Richland's offense has gotten to the point to where they can hang with them. So I'm going with Richland's. Bluefield. I'm going Bluefield. Okay, good for it. You can say genitals. I can make a mistake on something. Okay, go ahead.
Where's it at?
Hey, gosh almighty. You've got that cream on over there then.
Nah,
If you pick them this week.
I'm gonna go with the Beavers on this one.
Yeah. Go Beavers. All right, boys. Tazewell at Princeton.
That could be a good game.
I don't know how Princeton is.
I do.
It's
I'm going with Princeton.
based on the numbers or size of school, Princeton ought to win this game. I'm gonna go. I agree with Coach Krieger. I think Princeton. Yeah, they should. You can't ever tell. It's
You
Princeton.
can't go by the school.
It's Princeton.
Eastridge has got 900 kids in
Not
that
only don't
school.
got 900, we got the 6.
No, they don't. I bet you there's 700 or 800.
That ain't no. Now you went from 9 down to 7 or 8.
We got Google right
Hey,
here.
you need to be start something. We just got CRIG.
Yeah,
Just
instead of
got
Moss.
CRIG.
Instead of Moss.
I'm going with Princeton.
No, Princeton across the board.
I knew it.
Well,
All right, we've got Twin Valley at Craig County, and guys, I'm going with Craig County this week. Offensively, just got to get something going. I hope they can get something going, but
Just
62 yards. I'm going to Craig County.
Coach Krieger's on to something there. Twin Valley's offense has struggled.
Got injury still.
Got a lot of players they need out there on the field. I think one or two might be able to return this week. Due to the offensive struggles, I'm going to pick Craig County also.
How many students?
y'all trying to stay ahead. Ain't you?
Yeah, we're playing for keeps here.
How many students does these?
What's Craig County? What are they?
They're 2-2. They got a good running back.
And Twin
Well, that
Valley
should be
has to travel.
Should be enough. I'm gonna go with Craig County.
Yeah, they got to travel. That's a tough road trip.
Yep. They'll eat good.
They'll treat you good over there, though.
Yeah.
Good folks at Craig County. Very good.
All right, guys. We're going with Castlewood at the Cove. If the running back's still out, it's an easy pick. I'm going with Castlewood. Defensively, they might score a couple touchdowns. If the running back's back for Rye Cove, it could be a good game, but I think Castlewood squeaks it out.
Well, last week, Rycove, 179 yards offense. I think Castlewood, kind of what you're saying, I think Castlewood, I'll give them a nod. I think they're just a little bit better. I think it'll be a tight game, though, but I'm going with Castlewood.
Castlewood.
Gosh, boys. In 2016 and 17.
400.
You're off too, Greg.
What?
You know how many students Eastridge has?
About 5. Something.
470.
I told you 5. Something.
You
So I
said
put-
6 and 5. They died 9 and then 10.
You said 9.
All right, you saying 5 and it's 470. Same thing as me saying 9 and it's 470.
Both of you were wrong. Is that not?
That's right.
Well, you look at it.
Nobody said 470.
You said 900.
Well, you said 600.
Who's next?
Princeton and Bluefield don't have 9.
No. All right, we got Tommy Walker at Pineville, Kentucky. Got a feeling it wouldn't be on the schedule if they couldn't win. I'm going to go with Thomas Walker.
Yeah, I think last year they beat that bunch. So I'm going with Thomas Walker as well. I think they improved to, 4-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, be 4-0. So
First
go
time.
Pioneers. Go Pioneers.
Nick Johnson's going
Remember, you're going into
4-0.
Kentucky. So understand that. You're down 14 now before you even get on the bus.
It don't matter. They got Nick Johnson.
Speaking
4-0,
of that,
Thomas
guys,
Walker.
speaking of Kentucky, Pikeville beat Belfry this week 21-20.
Yeah. And Belfry had the lead for most of the game, and Pikeville came back.
The very next day, thought they were a goner, but Pikeville came back. Take the win away.
Big win.
That's a good one, boys. All right, Chilhowie at Northwood. Northwood coming off a big win, but not going to be enough. Sorry, Tim. Chilhowie, big.
Yeah, Warriors, there'll be some scalping going on over there this week. The Warriors all the way on this one.
Chill high.
And the game of the week, Grundy at Miller Stadium, and that's Heath Miller. And I'm going off. I'll pick first, boys, to make it easier on you all. I'm going with Grundy Golden Wave. So if you want to catch me, boys, and you think it,
Okay, it's they're playing on the turf. They're at Honaker. I'm going with Honaker on this one. I think Coach Hubbard and them's going to stick to the running game. Now I do think that field may actually help Grundy
It
as
will.
far as running the ball. But I'm going to give them, since it's home field, an advantage. The winner of this game knows that
When they play Hurley,
all things equal, they could be playing Hurley for the district
championship.
So I got Honaker on this one.
Just by the news I found out today, Grundy's going to be not having one of their best players, so I think that's going to be a major. It's going to affect them majorly.
Just
So
gives in the ball.
going to Honeacre. At Honeacre, Doug Hubbard's going to be ready. Honeacre Tigers going to pull this one out.
All right.
Well, we picked one different, boys. Y'all catch me on that. Come on.
If he missed that other
he-
one, I got it right. I could be
I
two
got
ahead.
11.
I'll be 3 ahead of him. Oh, he picked 11 and 2.
See, I was going to pick each side, but y'all didn't have it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Is that all we got on
That's
here?
all, boys.
All right, before we dismiss, I'm gonna ask y'all, what is this thing? Remember what this is?
Yo-yo?
Yeah. Looks like a medicine bottle.
Looks like a medicine ball. It's a good guess.
It does. It looks like you keep medicine in it.
I want to shout out to
Lip balm.
No, you put anything in. You,
Oh, I was right. Bobo couldn't stump me again. Tried to stump me 3 times today.
I was over at that Cedar Bluff Festival this past weekend and saw a young man had a tent set up. He invented this thing, and he and his father did, and it's called a Little Tackle. You can go online. It's called Little Tackle, and they're promoting it, and they patented it. It's patented, and you can use it for a variety of things, but you can put your fish hooks in it, put your sinker weights. It's even got a magnet on the end of it. I told him I'd plug it on the show here. You put a little magnet on the end of it, set your hook on that, and when you get done, it's hands-free. You just let it go. And women are putting makeup in it. People are putting their medicine peels in it. Yeah, peels. And I mean, they're using it for all kinds of things. And they're
Can you put your dip in it?
You can put your dip in it, and it's waterproof. So they're hoping to get this thing on Shark Tank. Shark Tank. So check it out. It's called Little Tackle, and it's there's a website. Also, don't forget here at Bellacino. You want me to announce it? You want?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bellacino's going to have some live music here Friday, September the 27th. From
Kid
7
Rock and Hank Jr.
in that order. And if they don't show up, well, rest assured, we've got Don Phillips and the Cold Creek Band going to be here at Bellacino's from 7 to 10. Kid Rock and Hank don't show up, we still got some live music for you. And those guys are pretty much guaranteed to be here. So stop by and check it out. Get you some pizza. Enjoy the atmosphere. It's a really good atmosphere.
And some beverages.
And they sell beverages by the bucket.
By the bucket.
By the bucket. So you need to stop and check it out. Any other things? Parting shots or anything before we get out of
Don't
here?
talk about shots.
Talk about shots.
Swole.
You got anything?
Rotator cuff doing pre-trip.
Rotator
Back,
cup.
boys.
Rotator cup.
Lifting
The hood.
lifting the hood on the bus for a rotator cuff.
Pulling the hood. I didn't lift it. I tried to pull her about it.
All
What was you
right.
looking for under there? You don't know.
Any leaks and cracks?
Yep. There you go. That's what you're supposed to look for.
Hey, boy, whatever.
That's what he's
Cracks in the frame,
do his job.
old leaks.
Yeah. Vibrator or the alternator.
Lord have mercy. We gotta quit before we get in trouble here. All right.
This is YouTube, baby. It's like showtime up in here.
All right. That's it. All we got. Then until next time, I'm Coach Moore,
Coach Tester.
Coach Krieger.
reminding you that people have more fun than anybody.